It seems that macro photography is already a thing of the past, and more brands are launching optics with the ability to achieve 2x magnifications or even higher every day. Moreover, these optics are becoming more and more accessible every day, with options like this Pergear 100mm f2.8 Macro 2x, which, with an official selling price of $319, positions itself as the cheapest 100mm Macro 2x on the market. But right now it's on a launch offer, and by clicking the link in the description of this video or in the first comment, you can find it with a 10% discount. In other words, a 2x macro lens that's really affordable for almost any budget. My name is Miguel Azorín, and I welcome you once again to Natural Portraits, the YouTube channel dedicated to nature and natural photography in the broadest sense you can imagine. Will this Pergear 100mm f Macro 2x really be up to par for the price it has? Let's find out. With this Pergear 100mm in hand, I can't help but think of the huge resemblance it has to the TT Artisan 100mm f Macro 2x, another macro lens with 2x magnification that offers superb quality and that we reviewed on this channel a few weeks ago. In fact, it is also curious that in some of the posts that Pergear makes on their social media, they refer to the TT Artisan lenses. Well, the truth is that despite the huge resemblance between both lenses, we also find some important differences. The Pergear is slightly larger and also a bit heavier, 790 grain compared to just over 700 grains of the TT Artisan. And this is something to keep in mind, especially for those macro photographers who are used to doing handheld macro photography. In the case of the Pergear, just like with the TT Artisan, we also have a completely manual lens, with no stabilization of course, and fully made of metal. The only plastic parts we find in this lens are specifically caps. And regarding the topic of the caps, I also have to say that I was particularly struck by the front cap. It comes with this lens, which is nothing more than a completely generic cap, made of plastic and without any kind of branding indicating the lens brand or its model. This, from my point of view, seems a bit cheap, although we must not forget that we are working with the cheapest 100mm f Macro 2x on the market, so if the optical quality is truly up to par, which we will test later, I think it's something we can overlook. We have a minimum focusing distance at 2x magnification of around 10 cm, and just like with the TT Artisan 100mm Macro 2x, I also notice a drop in brightness in the range between 1.1 and 2.1 magnification. That is to say, we have a fixed 100mm lens with an f-stop, but only between infinity and 1.1 magnification. This f-stop would not be real as we approach 2.1 magnification. Although, as I already mentioned with the TT Artisan Macro 2x, this is not very important in this range of magnifications, since we will almost never photograph at 2x magnification. Below f8, the focus ring is quite stiff, which is something to be appreciated, since when we photograph at high magnifications, we usually focus by approximation, moving closer and further away from the subject, which allows us to set a focus point and move in that approximation while holding the camera and ensuring that the focus point does not shift. Another different issue is the diaphragm ring, which is also quite stiff. But in this case, what I miss is the typical click between the different aperture stops. In this case, we have a completely progressive diaphragm ring, which will not allow us to set a specific aperture at any given moment. There can always be slight variations between one stop and another. The TT Artisan, on the other hand, does have these clicks between apertures, which allows us to set an aperture and ensure that it will not shift. And finally, I would like to say that here I have the Sony E version of this lens, but we can also find it in Canon EF mount, Canon F, Nikon Z, and Leica mount. That is to say, we will be able to adapt it to a wide range of cameras on the market. And well, having reviewed the physical characteristics of this gear, let's pack it in the backpack and check the true quality that the 100mm IF Macro 2x, the cheapest on the market, gives us. Well, here we are in the field with the camera, the Pergear 100mm IF Macro 2x mounted, and the diffuser, ready to check the optical quality of this lens. Well, we have some small purple flowers here that we can take some photographs of with this Pergear at different magnifications to see the optical performance it offers. So, well, I'm going to look for a composition that looks aesthetic, and we will see how the lens performs. Well, that is what we have achieved with magnification 1 and aperture f11. As I suspected, handling the lens is quite uncomfortable, especially holding it from the bottom, because that's exactly where we have the aperture ring. As I mentioned a moment ago, the aperture ring of this lens has no clicks, so I feel like the aperture ring is moving all the time. And this is an important downside, from my point of view, not knowing at all times what aperture you are working with, so you have to be a bit careful. I set it back to f, and now we are going to take the lens to magnification 2, and we will repeat the shot to see what we have. Another interesting macro structure that we can photograph is the internal structure of leaves, that branch structure that leaves have, which can be quite spectacular if we enlarge it enough. Right now we are here in front of this great tree, this chestnut tree today. We are in the autumn season, and the leaves, as you can see, are falling. This tree is about to be completely bare, but it still has some leaves attached to the branches. Here I have found some leaves that look quite interesting. So let's try this Pergear by photographing these leaves at different magnifications. We are going to start with a magnification of 1, and from there we will go up to magnification 2 of January to see what we get. When we work at these magnifications, the focus has to be done by approximation. That is, I don't move the focus ring here, but rather I move closer to and further away from the subject being photographed and find the focus point where I want it, using the focus peaking of the camera. Well, now we are going to increase again to magnification 2. We are going to readjust the flash power because, as I have already told you, this lens, just like with the TT Artisan, shows a drop in light at this magnification. But well, something that can be easily solved by adjusting the ISO and adjusting the flash power, and we are going to repeat the shot. Well, quite a beautiful photo. I found a spot on one of the leaves, and the truth is that at magnification 2 in January, the structures of the leaf with that spot look incredible. The problem is the depth of field that is used at this magnification 2 in January. Working with this depth of field is quite complicated, especially handheld. You have to keep moving forward and backward, taking many photos until you get the shot you want. But the truth is that the lens is surprising because it shows incredible sharpness at this magnification. The truth is that it is not the best time of year to photograph insects. There are very few, and the few that are, at least at this time of day, are in constant motion. However, if we get close to small flowers like this field I have here with these white flowers and pay enough attention, you will start to see tiny insects on many of them. And when I say tiny, I mean very, very small. However, with lenses like this Pergear 100mm f macro 2x, if we set the magnification to 2 and configure an aperture around its sweet spot, as we have just seen, approximately around FE, if we have a flash like this or a diffuser like this, we will be able to achieve quite interesting photographs and compositions of these tiny insects working on these small flowers. Let's see if we can get some of these photos. Well, what are my final conclusions about this lens? I have to say that I am surprised. I am surprised because we are talking about a lens that costs approximately $100 less than the TT Artisan. And in this price range, we would be talking about the starting point within this range of magnifications. That is to say, it is normal to find lenses priced higher than that. And yet, despite this significant price difference, which is an important percentage, I have encountered a lens with optical performance equivalent to the TT Artisan. What is true is that this lens, the Pergear, has less refined finishes than the TT Artisan, less professional. The TT Artisan has that metal cap. We have the threads to screw certain accessories onto the front of the lens. The focus and aperture rings generally work better, and we have that aperture ring with clicks, which in this case we do not have. But if we have a very tight budget, I have to say that with this TT Artisan, we will be able to achieve photographs exactly the same as those we get with the TT Artisan. So, as I said, a lens that is very surprising from my point of view. And friends, with this, we finish this week's video. I hope you liked it. I hope this review helped you, and we'll see you again next week with what we love most, photography and nature, here at Natural Portraits. Goodbye.